Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to my Florals series. These are videos on how to draw organic tangles using the Zentangle method of drawing, but doing patterns created by people all over the world. So typically, the Zentangle method of drawing is non-representational. However, during this floral series, we are doing things that resemble flowers, and it is so much fun. So today is, I think it's day 12. I'll have to check in my book. But I'm using my Micron pen. I use a PN plastic nib pen. Any Micron pen or fine point pen will work. I've got a graphite pencil, a blending tool, and an eraser, and this is called a kneaded, Kneaded, kneaded eraser. And then I have a sketchbook that I'm going to be practicing in, and then afterwards I put them on these 3.5-inch by 3.5-inch paper tiles from Zentangle.com. Okay, let's get going. So yes, yesterday was number 11, a beautiful one. So today is floral number 12. So yesterday's was very dramatic. It had this black in there and nice big wide petals. So today we're doing something a little more elegant, just to kind of offset that one. All right, so this one is called, let me find my paper here. So I don't know if you say Rezeda, Rezeda. I'm not exactly sure. By Claire Legrand-Krulic. CZT. Okay. I'm not sure why my print got smaller and smaller as I went, and now my zoom is being funny. Okay, let's see if this works. All right, so this one begins with any kind of a stem shape, but she begins with an S. So just kind of a soft S like that. And then she has these little pieces coming off. So basically on the side of the curve, the inside of the curve there. And I live in Michigan in the United States, and right now our lily of the valley is blooming like crazy, and it has these beautiful little buds that are like really elegant on the bottom. And this reminds me of the lily of the valley that I have, and I named my daughter Lily after the lily of the valley. So anyway, that's why I love this one so much. It looks very similar to it. Okay, so to create this, we're going to make this shape that is round but comes in a little bit narrower at the bottom, and then has these little curlicues. Just wanted to show you that. It kind of looks like a hairstyle. So a little bit like that, and then curve these in and give it a little curl. Then we're going to go from about the center of the side of that curl, and we're going to go out and down a little and do another curl, and then one the other way. So on this larger one, it would be like this and like that. Then we add in this little curvy triangle in the center. Isn't it so dainty and beautiful? We'll do another one up here. And if you've realized that maybe this little stem is too close to your line, you can just make it go out a little. And then again, we want that curve. We don't really want a straight bump like this. We want it to come in a little bit. So do your little bump, come in, do your little curls out to the sides. And then we're going from that center part of that inner curve. We're just going to do another curve that way and that way. So essentially we're going like this and like that and letting those two meet. And we add that little triangle. So now as you're making it, make one kind of quickly over here, your middle ones can come down like that, or let's see, they can meet more in the center and be more in line with that. So it's up to you. It doesn't matter. They're just so pretty. And then the last thing she does is she puts a leaf in where this little V is formed. So I like to make the center line first, and then I come down that side and that side. Make a line. And mine just happened to be the top of my S, but that's okay. There we go. It's so cute. It's so pretty. Are you ready to add it to our gardens? All right, so I have my garden. This is the first 11 days. Just take a quick peek. There we go. And this is where we're at. And I did already add another tile here in case mine cross over, which I love to do. So let's begin. I think I'm going to start with my pencil just to have an idea of where I want these to land. So let's see. I like the idea of one kind of being over here, which means I'm going to have a curve this way. Okay, I'm not going to overthink it. It doesn't matter, right? So I'm going to do a shape like that maybe. So I can have one up here. I think that needs to go in more. This is what the kneaded eraser is for. Let's see, I drew too dark. Okay, good enough. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and ink that in and just give myself a few places to put these little hanging adorable flowers. So I'm going to do one there and one here and one up there. Did not give myself as much room as I wanted. I should have put it up here more, but that's okay. Our gardens grow however they grow. Okay, if you want to do yours in pencil, you can, and then go back and ink it in, but I'm just going to go ahead and brave it with the pen. And I'm going to begin up here. So I want that pretty round curve, curl down and out, down and out. And then I come down this way and this way, creating that little V shape. Then I can put in that cute little point. I love these so much. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Put in that little curve. Do those little side curls. And then the two curls in the opposite directions that meet up in the middle with that little point. Another one down here. I love these so much. All right, I still do want one right here because it feels kind of open and empty to me. So I'm going to add another little curve. And add one down here. I still need to put in my leaves, but I want to think about this next space here. So do I want to do an S again? I feel like that's going to look too parallel to this. I feel like it needs to have kind of a different look to it. So let's see. I think I want to go maybe just, I don't know, still kind of the same direction, but a little bit different shape. And then I can put one here and one here. Put in that little curve. These are so much fun to make. I love when these cross over to the next tile. Just kind of blends that in. Okay, I'm going to add some leaves and then I'll decide what I'm going to do at the top. So I need a leaf here, and I like to put in the little line first, but you do whatever you want. Put one in here, a little leaf. And if you don't have room for a leaf, then don't put one. No one's going to know. I think I like making this top one be the leaf right at the end like that. So I need a leaf here, so I'm going to let that be part of my leaf. And then this part here, I'm just going to come down and curl because why not? I've got that little extra end there. And then I have some space up here, so I'm going to add another one. And maybe that one doesn't get a leaf. Okay, what do you think? It always looks so flat to me until we add the shading. So I need to shade it so that we can have kind of that consistency. And then I wanted to show you one more little thing today. So in my sketchbook, I have a spot where I am putting some embellishments, if I can find it. And basically I'm embellishing with, different parts of different plants. So you can add all those in here if you would like. But today I want to show you a tangle. It's a tangle pattern, although I can only find it on Pinterest. I cannot find it listed anywhere because essentially it's more of a doodle than a tangle pattern. But it is called Bead. So I'm going to put it in here, B-E-E apostrophe D. And I can't even really tell the name of the person who made it. I believe it is Sasha, and her last name begins with an S. That's all I've got, you guys. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It's this adorable little bee. So it's got a little head. And I like to make like these little, almost look like bird wings. Then they come down and tuck in. And you do this little bump out the back. with some stripes and a little pointy tail. Not a tail, like a stinger. And that's it. So it's really just more of a doodle, although she does have an example where she uses it and she puts all the little heads together and it makes this beautiful like little grid pattern. But I thought that would be cute to add to our garden today. So I want to put one right here in this empty spot. So I'm going to put in the little head, two little wings, a little body, some stripes. And I'm going to add just some little dots as if it's flying around. So cute. I'm going to add another one over here and make this one go a different direction. And I'm going to let these little dots make a cute trail up there. All right, last thing I'm going to do is add some of these leaves up here as an embellishment. And maybe right there. And I need to do the ground. I'm just inking mine in, but of course you can do yours green if you want, or just leave it, or maybe you're not putting anything down there. Whatever you like, it's your garden. Okay, let's do some shading and then we will be done. All right, so to shade these, oh, I wanted to show you one more thing. I'm sorry. So one thing that she does on these to just sort of make them look less flat and I don't know. She just kind of, it doesn't matter. Anyway, she adds this thickening to that left side. Look at that. Just this little bit of thicker ink. And it just adds a little bit of dimension or a little bit of interest to each of these. It's very subtle. So pretty. Okay, now I'm going to add some shading. All right, so I'm going to put some shade on the left side of these where that thickening is. And if you are an artsy person and you are really into shading and you imagine this garden having one sun facing one direction and you want all of your shadows to match, then please, please do that. I'm just sort of imagining each flower has its own sun, and some of them are facing directly and some of them are coming off on the side. So mine don't really match, I guess, how they would in nature, but that's how I'm shading my garden. Okay, then we're going to take our blending tool and just soften those a little bit. Magical. And then for these leaves, I'm going to do that top and that bottom, just like I did over here on this one. So a little bit in the bottom, a little bit in the top, and then we will push that towards the center. Look at how all of a sudden this floral pattern is blending into the rest of our garden because we've added these little shadows. On the bee, I'm going to give him a tiny bit on each side of his body and blend it just the slightest and leave that center white. But look at how that kind of rounds him out a little bit. And then I'll just take my blending tool and put a little bit in his wings and the very bottom of his head. Add some shading on my embellishments up here. Just the tiniest bit goes a long way. Wow, there we go. I'm always amazed. I'm always amazed at how these turn out. So I love that one, Rezeda. I'm not quite sure, but it's beautiful and reminds me so much of Lily of the Valley. So I hope that you loved that one as much as I did. And I hope you're having fun making your gardens. Follow me on Facebook at Let's Tangle if you want to share your work. Lots of people have been sharing theirs, and it's been pretty amazing. So hopefully you're enjoying it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.